I'm gonna explain to you the rack station for squats, deadlifts, barbell work, anything in this realm. I want you to be very comfortable with the rack. So in this, if the clips are hanging out, make sure that you move them. You want to adjust your shoulder placements for squats or shoulder work a little bit under your shoulder. So obviously these are too high for me, so I'm going to drop it down. I want it to where I have to get underneath the bar. So I'm going to show you sometimes, if I can get it in there. So this is right at my shoulder. So if it's weighted, I'm gonna have to go a little bit on my tiptoes to get it off the hook. I don't wanna do that because that's where injury occurs. So I'm gonna drop it even lower. So really, ideally, there would be a notch somewhere in between, but there's not. So I can take it a little bit lower so I can come up underneath it and keep my shoulders and upper back safe. So once you have those in place, you can go ahead and put the bar up into those hooks. Yeah, see, it's super low, but when I get under it, I can just stand straight up and clear the hooks. So in that position, just like that, I'm gonna step away. I'll do squats or lunges or whatever I have going on. I will walk, hit it, and slam it down. I want people to know you're at the squat station. Once you want to put that bar on the meaty part of the back, you're going to stand up with it. If you're trying to place it with weight, right? I'm going to look here and I'm going to look here. And when I place this one's going to come out and then I'm going to drop. That's where injury occurs as well. So there are pads on these hook stations. You just walk that bar in, hook it. All right, so make sure it's loud and clear. Don't try to place that weight because that's where you get injured through the shoulder. If you have the racks at the bottom, they pick up and you can move these completely out of the way. If you're doing deadlifts and you don't have a place to step back away, you can also put these a little higher for your safety. So if you're squatting, you don't want that too high where you'll hit the bar on the rack. But if you feel like you're challenging your resistance and you want that high enough, so if you should need to sit down to get away from that bar, you don't have to go so low that you're injured. And I'll show you what that looks like. Those aren't even. All right, so if I'm squatting, say I'm 400 pounds of squats, right? And I'm squatting and I realize at the bottom, I can't get back up because I'm too heavy. I can just sit down to the floor and get out from underneath it. This might be a little low for an actual safety rack for me. I might put it up a little bit higher so I could just sit and get out from underneath that bar, which is totally okay and acceptable. Make sure that you have safety racks in place if you are going to challenge your resistance. And get comfortable with the station because it might be your best friend.